ये है कि राहुल गांधी के खिलाफ दूसरी ओर अग्निपथ को लेकर आप लोग आंदोलन कर रहे हैं, क्या कहेंगे? सुबोध कांत सहाय जिंदाबाद, सुबोध कांत सहाय जिंदाबाद।
उस योजना को डिफेंड करने के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी ने तीनों सेना के प्रमुख को सामने कर दिया। ये कभी नहीं हुआ। अग्निपथ रक्षा मंत्रालय का नरेंद्र मोदी का योजना, और कभी भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि हम सेना हमारे लिए अल्टीमेट सम्मान का जो है वो कहा जाता, और उसको पॉलिटिकली डिफेंड करने के लिए आगे करना, ये सेना के साथ खिलवाड़ करना।
सर, लेकिन बीजेपी ने आपको निशाने पर लिया कि आपने मोदी के खिलाफ आपत्तिजनक शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया।
मोदी के साथ जो हमने जो कहावत कही है, वो बीजेपी के लोग जो हैं 50 बार बोल चुके हैं। वो कहावत है, और वो कहावत में, क्योंकि हिटलर ने भी एक खाकी करके संगठन सेना में इसी तरह बनाया।
Former Union, in fact, let me go across to General VK Singh, who's joining us, a Union Minister, and also someone who is personally invested in developing the army the way it has been, shaping its character. General Singh, when you have Union Ministers, former Union Ministers like Subodh Kant Sahay, first making statements like this, then justifying it, saying ये तो मुहावरा है, कहावत कहावत होती है, what does it feel like?
An educated man like him, if he calls a derogatory remark as muhavra, I think it's shame on him and his party. What I've seen in recent days is that large number of Congress people are only involved in trying to abuse. I get a lot of trolling that takes place, and each one is abusive. They don't even know what they are talking about.
Is it a hate template, General Singh? Because we've seen this kind of hatred being spewed against the army, against the Braves, now against the Prime Minister.
They want the country to be on fire. They don't want the country to be peaceful. They don't want any development. They just are so engrossed in their self, because they have lost power, they have been out of power. They somehow or the other, they want power, and they will do anything for that.
General Singh, they've also drawn a Nazi analogy for the Agniveers.
Did you say again?
They've also drawn a Nazi analogy against the Agniveers. Now you have one of the former Union Ministers of UPA calling the Prime Minister Hitler ki Maut Marega. These kind of analogies being made against the Braves and the Prime Minister.
I'm saying that these people have lost their sense of decency. They've lost their sense of propriety. And a person who has been in the government of India, I don't know what words to use for him, because it is absolutely shameless.
How do you think they are getting emboldened? Is it the tacit support right from top of the Congress leadership?
Has to be. In Congress, nobody speaks otherwise. Everybody speaks only to please. That is the problem. You heard Priyanka Gandhi Vadra saying things which have got no relevance to the actual situation. What do you expect from them?
But Rahul Gandhi to bolte hai प्यार की राजनीति होनी चाहिए. Do you see the hypocrisy behind it then?
I don't know what he says and what he does. I am quite sure most of them are frustrated. That is why their people are leaving the party and going, because they know that this kind of a thing will not do.
Well, thank you so much, General Singh, for joining us here on the show. There you have it, General VK Singh, Union Minister as well, saying that this is the frustration of the Congress party that they are resorting to hate politics. Let me go across to Madhav. Madhav, it's not just the statement, the abuses against the Braves, against the Prime Minister, but also the justifications coming in and the lack of action by the Congress High Command, which is appalling.
Well, absolutely, and I think this is a statement that definitely deserves to be condemned because, any Prime Minister, it is not about the current Prime Minister, even about the past Prime Minister, if there are such comments that are made, this is something that we as all Indians, all citizens of this country should certainly be concerned about. Decency as far as public discourse and political discourse is concerned is a very, very important issue on heated issues and on important emotive aspects. Certainly, of course, emotions can sometimes get the better of an individual. While that is entirely not desirable, the fact is that the individual concerned or his party should at least either apologize or condemn these kind of statements. Unfortunately, in this entire case, that is not what is happening, and what is go further is that individuals such as this continue to make these statements without any kind of confirmation from the party senior leadership, which only emboldens further statements coming out in this particular manner. So, to use these kind of words, to use these kind of statements is something that is not desirable. But what is shocking is the fact that even despite the words that were used last week, for instance, as far as the Prime Minister is concerned, by a Congress leader in Maharashtra, those words too continue to go uncondemned.
Right.
And that is why you're
and
perhaps
no action has been taken.